and he's quite loose at the moment, joking around. Yeah, you're my umbrella holder. Thank you so much. It's so nice of you. It's really kind. Hey, what's going through your mind right here with this rain? We almost got this thing started. What were you expecting there to start?
Hurry up and wait. This is probably the stuff that's on the radar you can't predict, so it's super hard, right? You want to get as ready as you can and get there and get out and go some laps, and just it's hard to predict. So unfortunately, we're at the hands of Mother Nature every weekend. She's consistent, more consistent than any of us in the field. So yeah, just a bummer right now.
So you're 54 points to the good. I talked to your crew chief, Booty Barker. He was intense this morning when I went out. You were loose. You were hanging out. He was intense. He was like, this matters. This is an important race. How do you keep it so light right now?
That's my, loose moments, right? It's when I put the fire suit on and go back to the bus. So after I seen you, I was Booty. I think we switched roles in that amount of time. So, we understand that where we're at, no one's safe. We got to go out. Nothing's given. We got to go out and earn everything and work hard and bust our ass for it. So we just have to understand that from driver's seat, from the crew chief, from pit crew. We all got to understand the situation that we're in. Just have that awareness. So, excited when we do get to go racing. I feel like our DoorDash Toyota Camry is okay. It's good enough to be 11th, but I think we're a 6th to 8th place car right now. So we've got to tinker on a little bit to find that speed that we needed and had from last year.
I feel like that's almost a difference this year maybe for you guys, is you have that speed. You have that each and every week that you show up. It seems like you are at the front of the field. You have the speed to contend. That has to give you almost a little bit of calm in the position you guys are in.
Well, no doubt. You understand it, right? When you're in a position like this and a team like 2311, bringing fast cars and you're just, blessed to be able to drive them, it puts a lot of pressure on yourself to go out and deliver, because you see where the Toyota teammates and even your 2311 teammate, where they're at, and it's like, all right, you got to step up and deliver. So I've appreciated the challenge over the last couple of years of just trying to compete and showcase what these cars are made of. And sometimes I hit it and sometimes I don't, but you live to fight another day and rebound back for the next week.
All right, quickly, don't spoil it for everyone. I just have to know, why do you need to know the IndyCar winner?
My buddy Scotty qualified on the pole and let me down again. So I think we're even on, pulling for each other and not delivering. So hopefully he's not pulling too hard for me.
It's only a sort of spoiling there, Kib.
Blaney's over here yelling at Bubba to wrap it up. I think it was actually Parker driving that interview, but out of the race car. I know the circumstances aren't ideal. You can't really tell us anything about what the track's doing because you haven't had an opportunity to go green, but how does this affect just what you have to do to get your mind right when you have these interruptions?
I feel like we've gotten used to this so much this year. It never decides to rain until we get in the car, and then pace laps, getting ready to go, and it starts raining. So that kind of, that definitely stinks, not only for us, fans, everybody's sitting out here waiting. But yeah, it's definitely a weird mindset thing. You get ready to get going and kind of get your mind right and ready to race, and then you got to take a break, and you don't know how long it's going to be. But it just kind of is what it is. So it's unfortunate. I don't really know what the rain's going to do. I guess we'll find out here shortly.
I know you were looking for a little more out of qualifying. You still have a 9th place starting position. You said it's a high commitment racetrack, though. That was for qualifying. Is that the case in the race, and how do you do that lap after lap?
Yeah, it's not so much in the race as it is qualifying, when you're in clean air and by yourself and tires have tons of grip. The race, it gets to be a little bit different, just depending on what spot you're in, in traffic. If you're in the top few, you have cleaner air. If you're mired back in 20th, you have to kind of adjust your car for that. So it really changes where you're at. But yeah, decent starting spot for our Knopf installation Ford Mustang. Hopefully we can pick our way forward from there. See what the track does. I think there still looked like to be a decent amount of rubber on it. Like it didn't wash it all the way. So that's kind of good for comparing from yesterday. But yeah, it's a lot of the air game here of searching around, trying to find clean air and getting off the corner good because you have such a long straightaway and not getting jammed up. If you kind of have a big mistake and a big moment, it's hard to get your momentum back, and that could be really costly. So I think those are some of the important things today. Hopefully we can execute that.
So teams that are already in the playoffs, that would include you, are looking at these next 4 races to prepare for a championship run, and that means everything. That means the crew chief, the driver, the crews, your regular tire changer. Ryan Flores had an appendectomy. He's going to be out for the foreseeable future until the playoffs start. You have a replacement in there. But what does that do to the dynamic of the team and getting yourselves playoff ready?
Yeah, I think we do a good job of, if one of our guys go down, there's a lot of guys who can jump in and replace and help out. I know Flores is probably watching at home, and hopefully he starts feeling better, and that stuff's going okay for him, and we definitely miss him. But Dilly's been doing a really good job on the front. Jumping in it here the last 2 or 3 weeks, he's done a fantastic job. So I think that's the strength in our Penske group and kind of our pit department. We're training, not even if you're not a road guy all the time and you don't pit every week, you're still getting reps in the race shop and all that stuff. So I think they do a good job of kind of keeping those guys fresh, that in case injuries happen all the time, whether it's at the track, away from track, you have to be ready. And I think we've done a good job in that department of making sure these guys are ready. And, big props to those guys for being ready, and always preparing for if you do get called up, if something happens. But, it's been seamless. But, looking forward to getting Flores back and hopefully he starts feeling better.
Starting to rain a little harder. We're going to let you go. Snacks in your future?
I'm a big rain delay snacker, so I'm going to go eat a lot, and hopefully I can fit in the car whenever we go back.